Here's a wild client story of a 50-year-old divorced woman, kid in high school, who was divorced by her husband for a younger chick. Now, this is South Florida. It happens all the time down here, and it sucks. Shame on this contractor, and I promise you this isn't made up. And if this person sees this, this is West Boca, and get the fuck out of our industry. I'll tell you also how I handle decision makers and drop some tips below. This lady was referred to me because I'm doing her neighbor's roof, who's a fellow BNI member who was referred by her neighbor. So work your neighborhoods and do your networking. I was her first bid. Usually I don't take a quote my first visit, but I did here as intuition told me differently. And as we sat down, we went over everything. We had about a great hour-long meeting, and I did advise her to get a couple extra quotes. Fast forward 2 weeks later was yesterday, last night. I gave her a call, and she was actually thinking of me that day, hoping that I would give her a call. And I called her just to check in, see how her bids are going, get a status update on where we're at. So story, one of the contractors that she had called to get a bid from did not want to speak to her. They only wanted to speak to the husband. In order to provide a quote, sit down and go over the details, they wanted the husband there. And in order to make a decision, they wanted the husband to make that decision. Shame on them. That is so wrong on so many levels, and I was very internally pissed off when I heard that. It doesn't matter that like she's never had to handle her finances or make a contractor decision before. Her situation is terrible. They didn't properly consult, ask the right questions, and they really took a knife through her heart, stabbed her, twisted it. Like, shame on these people that act like this. Get out of our industry. I was empathetic naturally. I let her know I'm there for her. I'm going to hold her hand through this entire process, and I'm actually signing with her on Friday. Now, anybody that fields calls or sets appointments, when you have a call come in like this, you want to ask, are you going to be the primary contact, or is there a secondary contact that you would like to add to the file? In this case, she would say, no, I'm the only contact. I'd probably pull a Chris Voss sounds like and say, sounds like you're the only decision maker involved. In this case, she'd say yes. I'd say great. So I know I'm dealing with just her, just the decision maker. In another case where like this lady would have a husband, she'd say, no, well, my husband's going to be involved in the decision, but I'm going to be the primary contact. I'd say, great. You know what works with a lot of my clients is that when I have the bid ready, I'll give you a call. I'd like to sit down with both you and your husband so we can all be there together to review the estimate. People love that. At the end of the day, treat people how you want to be treated, and don't ever treat somebody like this contractor did to her. Shame on them.